All right, you have a great day, sir.
He's my law officer.
I'm the bylaw officer. Yeah, this was a very hard. This
Oh
is.
my God! If
You look at it.
You need to get lost
I
right
don't-
now.
I don't need to do nothing.
Get lost.
I don't have to do nothing.
Can I have your ID?
No.
Why not? You're here, and I just explained myself. I explained
Okay,
the
but I'm on public sidewalk.
It's not about being in the public sidewalk. We just told you we're investigating a crime at this call, and you're the only one out here.
I don't ask the questions, but you asked me a first question if I was here with a female. I said no.
You don't believe in what it is I'm trying to do.
All right.
No, not all right. Because
Okay.
I'm going to take you to court, and
Okay.
you're going to lose, and then after you lose, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. Because for what? Violating my civil rights.
Okay.
Welcome to Mr. White, the place where real encounters between law enforcement and the people unfold before your eyes. In just a few intense minutes, 3 states, 3 drastically different legal landscapes, expose the real limits of civil rights in America. In Warren, Michigan, an industrial city with over 1,300 active military personnel year-round, a citizen simply filming in public triggered an aggressive police response. Approached, questioned, searched, with no crime ever identified. Meanwhile, in Watford City, North Dakota, a small town where the police density is twice the national average, a suspicious vehicle became the excuse for a tense sidewalk confrontation. And down in Broward County, Florida, where over 1,600 surveillance cameras operate 24/7 per square mile, a man was stopped simply for matching a description and asked for ID without doing anything wrong. 3 individuals, 3 different confrontations, 1 shared response: refuse ID, stay silent, and keep recording. These are real encounters, unscripted, unfiltered, captured by the original channels, a CDN Taylor made productions, Points Audits, and Alexander M. Gonzalez. Visit and support them, the citizen journalists defending constitutional rights with nothing but a camera. Have you ever been stopped by police and asked for ID without a clear reason? What would you do? Watch until the end and drop a W in the comments if you stand for the right to remain silent. And don't forget to subscribe to Mr. White for sharp, real-world legal breakdowns and high-stakes public encounters.
Oh, I know I can. I'm going to just...
Officer Nagel, 308.
All right, but hold on a second before you do anything stupid.
I'm not doing anything stupid.
Oh, yes,
I'm gonna
you are.
explain. Okay.
All right.
So here's State versus Carter.
I don't really care what you
This
think.
is the license plate cover.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was the bill that was signed May 8th, 2023
And that gives
by
you...
Governor Murphy.
And what does that bill say?
So you can read it. I'm
No,
giving you all
the bill says you're
information.
allowed to steal tolls?
Then,
you're allowed to be a thief?
State versus Smith is the window tint, and it covers these statutes.
Okay, well, I'm not concerned about those statutes.
Okay, well, I wrote everything down with you.
Okay.
And this is your defiant trespassing summons.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good
All right,
evening.
do me a favor.
What's up?
Please. I need you for the rest of your service to take care of yourself, because I'm going to attach myself. You and I are now going to be partners.
I believe in what you're trying to do. I'm just trying to make sure that you do it correctly and you have the right information.
Apparently, you don't believe in what it is I'm
Okay.
trying to do.
All right.
No, not all right. Because
Okay.
I'm going to take you to court, and
Okay.
you're going to lose, and then after you lose, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. Because for what? Violating my civil rights.
Okay. Have a good day, Donnie.
Who else is down there?
What's that?
Who's in that other car?
Training.
He's in training. Oh, we got to make sure we go get him.
All right.
He's not the one with the Mustang. Oh, no, he wouldn't have that black truck. That black truck's a $100,000 plus truck.
All right, never know.
How often is it that you guys get new recruits that are senior recruits, shall we say?
I was.
What?
I was.
Oh, no, seriously. Let me ask you a question. You
I
say...
came from the sheriff's department. I was there 6 years.
All right, well, I mean, look, between you and I,
Okay.
you really don't look that old. So if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Why? How old
Because
do
you
you
don't...
think I am?
You?
I served 11 years in the Marine Corps.
Nah.
Yes, I did.
Honestly, no bullshit. Like, I know he's a younger officer. No offense, but you can kind of tell just a little bit. But if I was to look at you,
Good for my age? Is that what you're saying?
I hate to say it.
All
I
right,
really hate
thanks.
to say it, but
How
yeah.
old am I?
If I was to look at you, maybe 32, 33.
Nope. Way higher.
Way higher.
Yep. Got to work out and eat healthy.
So you were in the Marines for 11 years.
Did active and reserve.
Active reserve. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then you said you worked at the sheriff's department.
For 6 years.
Ocean or Monmouth?
Ocean.
So
that's why I know a lot of that case
18.
law, 'cause
So
I got
let's see.
I got the watch
18,
it
29. So you'd be like what, about 45 or so, maybe.
Could be.
Look. I'm gonna get it anyway, so it doesn't make a bit of difference. Okay. But I'm just asking you as a matter of fact, because I really hate to say it, but
when you go looking me up and you do all that stuff, make sure you don't violate Daniel's law.
Which is no, I'm not.
Law?
I'm not gonna. No. Just so you know.
You look us up. I'm on Daniel's law. I'm on all the lists.
Just so you know, I have no intent of. I have no intent of publishing your address, doxing you guys, publishing your home phone numbers or anything like that. Yeah, no, I know I'm not coming to your house. No. I know. Just so we're clear, as much as I'm going to be back there at probably 9 o'clock in the morning, okay. I am not that's why I made it clear to the sergeant. I'm not going to be in there late at night because I know even though you guys have light, like a graveyard night shift, whatever it is you guys call it, or swing, whatever it is. I'm not going there late at night because I could forget about it.
What's inconvenient hours for the court?
Inconvenient hours is when it's open. Police station's open 24 hours a day.
Well,
all right, but no. I'm not. It doesn't make a bit of difference. I could be at 24 hours a day filming if I. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know I can.
We can.
What do you mean?
We have inconvenient hours.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. I can't come knocking on your door past 10. 10 to 5. Inconvenient hours. Serving
what do you mean?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, so just as a matter of record.
Well, it depends. Did you call? Did someone else call? It's a little different.
All right. Well, no.
You have to have a reason.
If somebody says that I committed a crime, like how
we can come now.
Okay, you can come in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
What I'm saying is, if I have
at the police station, you don't have hours, and I'm not worried about that. But yes, I do understand what you're saying about not publishing your home addresses and all that other stuff. All right. What other people?
Good?
Yeah. No, he's under vocal control. What people do with the information, that's up to them. But you want to know something? It's no different than the cameras outside your police station, which I am going to subpoena, not subpoena, but Oprah. Okay. Every Tesla that you see on the road, every dash cam you see on the road, every pretty much business that you see is recording you 24 hours a day. Most houses nowadays, or even apartments,
I don't know what you're
they have video, so they can get your license plate. And you and I both know that while I can get an app, or I could subscribe to an app that will give me the registered owner's name and address. Okay. I don't have access to the same information you have, nor do I want it.
You're trying to circumvent Dan.
No, I'm not going to try and circumvent Dan.
I'll just make sure that the judge notes that.
Oh yeah, no, make sure the judge notes that because that's
over. You're just trying to circumvent Dan's law and then give our information away for other people to die. I got it. That's what I just said.
No, I'm not trying to give your information away, but if people do it, that's up to them.
What's really the matter?
What's the matter?
Yeah.
You guys are thieves. That's what's the matter. Well, it may not be you, and I can't sit there. No. You want to know something? You're right. I shouldn't say that. I should say some of the officers at the police department are thieves and engaged in improper activity.
Wow.
Well, I was there the other day doing this. I told you I had this whole big thing with Candido. And realized that he couldn't. Your internal affairs officer, when I filed the complaint against them, realized he couldn't. All right, now because I heard them behind the glass in your little interview. I heard him. I heard Candido crying. All right, not crying, but whining, rather, I should say. In regards to me being back there, I know for a fact that I cannot go into the parking lot. Into the parking lot.
So you can't go in that entire area. Those signs are like lines. Okay?
Yeah, I understand that.
So, we're not going to come. We know who you are, Don.
I know.
When you're trying to do stuff,
no.
We don't have to ask for your ID. We don't have to. I'm not going to give you a summons.
I'm not asking you. I understand. I understand that we have enough of a relationship.
I think what you're misunderstanding, your idea of what you're trying to do. I get it, but it doesn't work with us because we know who you are. So
no.
You're going to go. You're going to walk around. You're going to film.
Officer Nagel,
we stop you by giving you a summons and telling you to go.
I know, and I'll gladly accept the summons. And you want to know something? I do appreciate that you're not going to try and effect an arrest on this, or any physical altercation.
Disorderly.
All right, and no, this is because I twisted my ankle and freaking chop right.
It's petty disorderly.
Yeah, no. But my issue is quite simply this: you guys are not above the law. I had this whole thing with the Jesus because he got caught with all this violations on his blue Honda Civic.
Well, that's why I'm dropping off the case law.
No, I understand. I will
sit down and read that.
Absolutely.
Because that's really recent. It just happened.
Absolutely.
The last year.
Absolutely. All right, but guess what? Those cars are more than a year old, and it's still theft. All right, because the only reason that people have those plastic license plate blocks.
Right there, that one. We can't.
I
can't stop for that anymore.
No, not that. No, not that one. I know that you can't stop for that one. I'm talking about the clear plastic covers that.
Yeah, that's what that case.
The ones that are
that case law covers that too.
the ones that are
So
for.
we can look. So that case law covers it. So
Yeah, no, I
what it
understand.
did, the
I understand
Supreme
that
Court-
part.
Look, the Supreme Court was it Carter or Smith on there? Smith. Right?
Stick it in your light.
Carter, and the state even passed another bill. And basically, it said if we can read the license plate and we know what state it's from, we can't write it. The state passed the bill. They signed it in the law.
All right.
I
Yeah.
know I'm just saying it's from May of last year.
I'll tell you what.
You got your information.
If you guys
if you
guys promise not to leave your body cams on, I'll stop recording for a moment.
In the heart of Warren, Michigan, an industrial city with over 1,300 military personnel and heavy security, a citizen stood silently filming and was quickly confronted by police, ordered to show ID despite committing no crime. It all unfolded in just 14 minutes, exposing the gap between civil rights and law enforcement behavior. The lesson is clear: always record, stay calm, and refuse to show ID unless there is lawful suspicion. Ask directly, am I being detained or am I free to go? The law is your shield. Now, let's move on to the second video.
Hello. Hey, what's going on?
Wait, you coming from that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you with a female by any chance?
Oh, I knew you guys were gonna. It started 30 seconds ago.
Why did you feel like we were going to question you?
Oh, because I was gonna cross your path.
Oh, we're here for a call.
I know, but there's no emergency lights, and you guys are walking around acting. I know. I felt it. I just felt it.
Okay, we're not done talking to you. You're walking off. And
So you're detaining me?
are we detaining you?
Yes.
We're on a call. We're doing an investigation.
Okay, I was just walking, and then he's putting his gloves on. Well, I don't know. It's intimidating.
What's intimidating?
I was gonna walk
Suspicious.
across.
We're intimidating.
I'm
and
on
you're
the public
suspicious.
sidewalk, though.
No, all right. We're here for a call of a white male and a white female, and you're just coming out of nowhere.
Do I look white to you?
You don't look black.
You're a light complexion, yes.
Okay. Name, badge number.
St. Fard 17927.
Yours?
Leon 2044.
Can I have your ID?
No.
Why not? You're here, and I just explained myself. I explained
Okay,
the
but I'm on public sidewalk.
It's not about being in the public sidewalk. We just told you we're investigating a crime at this call, and you're the only one out here.
I don't ask the questions, but you asked me a first question if I was here with a female. I said no.
Okay, that's his question. I just asked you a separate question for your ID because you're out here.
No.
Well, I guess you're just gonna stay here until we finish our investigation and make sure you're not the one who went
Okay.
in there.
It's Friday. I got time.
Okay, we have. As long as you have time, we have time.
You new?
What is it?
Are you new?
I don't need to answer that question.
I'm gonna make a public record request verbally. The call. What was it about?
I don't need to answer that. It's an investigation. It's ongoing.
But I'm making a public request.
Your,
And I have
your
every right to
public
ask questions,
request doesn't trump our investigation.
Okay, but I have rights to
I just
ask
told
questions.
you. I let you know that it's an investigation. It's ongoing. So that's what's happening right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. I had that funny feeling. You guess when you have emergency lights on,
We don't have to.
especially with that car backwards, opposite direction. I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Can you keep your hands out of your pockets for me, please?
Well, since I'm detained, right, for a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I don't know.
It's part of ongoing investigation, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. What crime do you think you're investigating? You don't want to answer. Damn, they just came over from that
Good?
fence?
Everything's good?
You guys trespassing?
It's good?
Yeah.
All right, man. You can go about your day.
Okay. But You guys were trespassing?
We're trespassing.
What was that? What was the call for?
We still can't tell you.
It's just a public.
Pull up your public
They
request.
detained me.
Bro, what's going on, boss?
I don't know. I was just walking on the sidewalk.
We said you're free to go.
He's free to,
You're free to leave.
go.
You can leave right now.
Okay. But you told me you were gonna
You're
wait
free
to.
go.
Sir, listen.
If you want it, go request
we got a
it.
call.
You
We
can go to the
responded.
public safety building.
You're free to go,
At 2601 West Broward Boulevard. You're free to get the footage and look at the CAD notes and do all of that.
I know all that.
All right, so you can. You don't need to ask us any more questions. You're good to go, boss.
All right. All right. All right. I'm walking away now.
Yeah, you're free to go.
All right.
In Watford City, North Dakota, a town with a police density nearly twice the national average, an ordinary citizen was stopped simply because of a vague report. No crime committed, no evidence shown, yet still pressured to show ID. This video exposes the gray area in how stop and identify laws are applied. The lesson is clear: if there is no lawful suspicion, you have the right to refuse to identify. Always record, stay calm, and ask directly, what am I being detained for? Now, let's move on to the third video.
I don't know where he's at, but he's parked in a handicap zone. I wonder if they have somebody. There, look. Handicap zone. Gives him the. I'll be right back for a minute. Where did you go to? How's it going? Going back. No, unfortunately not. You try to detach it. What's up? I want to know, is there an officer in here right now that's parked in front of the bank?
No. Which officer there?
Yep, in the handicap spot, and I want to know who.
Oh yeah, no, they're walking.
Well, they have no right parking there.
I hear you. Let me open this up here. Hold on. Yeah, let me show you here. See if I can find here.
As I will tell other people.
I just saw them walking.
Yeah, there's another officer, like unmarked vehicle, but then you have this one parked in the handicap. So anybody that wants to do banking can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
So walk. I just saw them over there.
okay, well,
Walk down this side of the street and look at two females.
all right, I'll have a talk with them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be rude. I just, I'm just trying to make it right.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Keeping them held accountable for their actions.
I agree.
All right, you have a great day, sir. I take it. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you driving this? You? You know where you're parked, right? It's a handicap zone, right? Yeah, you think you're allowed to do that? That does? If I was to do it, I'd get a ticket, wouldn't I? Not necessarily.
No, he's
Not
bylaw
necessarily.
officer.
I'm a bylaw officer. Yeah, this was a very hard. This
Oh
is.
my God!
You look at it.
You need to get lost
I
right
don't-
now.
I don't need to do nothing.
Get lost.
I don't have to do nothing.
Get lost.
I would back
Leave.
down and you down, or
Leave.
get your supervisor.
Leave. Go get my supervisor.
You go get your supervisor. Call him over.
No, I'm
because
not
you're
calling
being
him here.
rude.
Call non-emergency and talk to them.
You're being rude,
Go.
and you'll be on YouTube. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm in public. You're coming up to me being rude. What's your name and badge number?
Not giving you my badge number. You can read my name. Leave. Leave.
You want to be the tough one, eh? I don't have to leave. You work for us, and they don't give no right for her to park there. It kept, there was a handicap. There was a handicap park there that had to park downwards because they were coming in the bank.
Can I tell you something? I'm the bylaw enforcement officer here.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
It
does.
doesn't give you guys no right to park in a handicap.
You know what? It's very hard to see if you look at that.
Well,
It needs
maybe
to be
we should get
repainted.
city people to do
Maybe
something,
we will,
but
so don't start.
but it says right there on the sign.
Yeah, well, you know what? They got a zillion things on their mind.
I know they do,
Okay, so cut
but
her a
I
break.
just don't like it
Cut her a
when
break.
I true,
Okay.
but I don't like people taking advantage of the older people that
Show some respect
have the
around.
handicap signs. I do
Okay,
it all the
well, fair
time in
enough.
Walmart,
Show some respect.
and I have older people respect me for what I do. So, all right. Well, if you're not going to park there again, please don't. But if you guys are in emergency, I would like to see lights on. That's all. But if it's parked there, you guys are intriguing people that are handicapped that really need it. Okay? I don't like you coming up to rude to me, but I'm not rude to you. But you come out of the woodwork rude to me, and you'll be seen on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine.
You will be seen, noticed. And I will put a complaint in about you.
Absolutely, you should.
You work for Mission RCMP?
I do.
And I'm a taxpayer, and I pay your wages. So
I
respect
pay
your
my
boss.
wages too. I pay
Respect
taxes.
your boss more. You gonna follow me?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going that way.
Where are you off to?
That's none of your business.
Thank you for watching until the end of this video on the Mr. White channel. 3 incidents, 3 hotspots, and 1 undeniable truth. Civil rights only matter if you understand them and have the courage to use them. In Warren, Michigan, home to over 1,300 active military personnel and dense security, a citizen was asked for ID simply for filming in a public space. In Watford City, North Dakota, a town where police density is twice the national average, another individual was stopped without any clear signs of a crime. And in Broward County, Florida, an urban area with more than 1,600 surveillance cameras per square mile, a man was detained and questioned just for matching a description. The common thread: none of them broke the law, yet all were pressured to hand over ID. The key takeaway: always record, stay calm, and never be afraid to ask the right questions. If you're not lawfully suspected of a crime, you have the right to remain silent and refuse to identify. Always ask the critical question: am I being detained or am I free to go? If you've ever been in a similar situation, share your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mr. White channel to continue following real encounters where freedom is put to the test in every frame.